We're less than 24 hours now from the first poll closings, and the final round of polls out today show what we've seen for at least a week now, a razor-thin margin in the national vote, but a clear advantage for President Obama when you look at the swing states and start adding up how the Electoral College may fall out. It's become conventional wisdom for a reason. Mitt Romney's path to the presidency runs through Ohio, and as Bill Turque has been reporting today, it could take days or, potentially even weeks for us to know who wins Ohio. Good to have you here.
Thanks. Nice to be here.
So issue one seems to be that if we have a very close race, within a quarter of a point, we'll definitely have a recount. Is that right?
Yes, state law provides for a recount if the margin between the two candidates is within 1/4% of the total vote cast. It's very likely that unless the Secretary of State decides to accelerate the process, and he has that ability, it would probably be early December before a recount would even start.
Yeah, so let's separate a couple different things. One is it's a very close election. We have a recount. That takes us possibly into, December, late November?
Yeah.
Issue two, provisional ballots. Why are there so many? What are those all about, and what's the process with that?
Well, a provisional ballot is a ballot that a voter casts when there is some question about the person's identity or the person's ability to produce valid identification. And what's interesting about Ohio this year is that the Secretary of State decided to send absentee ballot applications to all 7 million registered voters. There's a pool of about 350,000 people that asked for absentee ballots but have not mailed them back. Now, what they may not know is that if they decide for some reason, I'll just walk in and vote,
right,
they're going to have to vote provisionally because they'll have to have time to make sure the person didn't vote absentee, then walk in and try to cast another ballot. So theoretically, the state could be just deluged with provisional ballots that need to be processed, and this could lengthen the amount of time. It could complicate any sort of recount if we're into a recount situation.
So you think the chances that we don't have a result tomorrow night in Ohio are pretty strong?
Honestly, I can't say that. I wouldn't be comfortable saying that. I think that the chances are still decent.
Decent.
That a lot of things have to fall into place for Ohio to be, the pivotal state for the election. I mean, there could be a mess in Ohio. History suggests there's always a mess in Ohio. The question is whether it comes down to Ohio to get a result for the presidential election.
Okay, well, I'll get a lot of sleep tonight.
Yes.
And then tomorrow night it'll be a long one. We look forward to having you on, part of our live coverage starting at 7 tomorrow night.
Look forward to it.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Yeah.